So before I get started, I just want to mention that like the meditation I had planned today, I'm just gonna after I got this group, I've decided to throw it out the window and really just speak from my heart. So that's something I haven't done, where I've like prepped too much, and so I feel that this group is meant to be. So based on that, I'm kind of trying something different and surrendering to this class. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Aisha, and I will be leading you guys through a love meditation today. I am so grateful that you guys are here in this class. I wanted to share this story about when I was younger. So when I was a kid, my dad was my favorite person and the person that I loved the most. And when I was 15, very suddenly, my father left our family with kind of no explanation or anything, but kind of packed up and left and started a completely different life and family, and left us behind. And it rocked my world. And from 15 to 30, I spent 15 years since I was 15 just with these stories that I was unlovable, that I was not enough, and that I had a parent abandon me. So clearly I wasn't enough to stay. And so I chased love in all the wrong places. I chased love everywhere and in every single place except my own heart. When I would get into relationships, I would chase people to like I was always the first to say I love you in relationships. And when I was in relationships, I poured so much of myself into them that I would lose myself a lot. And naturally, when those relationships ended, I felt such a heaviness because I felt that love was unreturned. And so my inside started to harden a little bit more. And on the outside, it looked like, oh, Aisha's fine. She's loving people really hard. But what was happening was there was a hardening of my heart for the love that I had for myself. And I started to like retreat back into myself. And 4 years ago, I was experiencing a lot of depression and depression that was like, it felt so difficult to fall asleep at night, and waking up in the morning, I would feel like I was buried alive. Like I didn't want to get out of bed, and it was torture trying to get out and start my days. And then when I hit rock bottom, I went back to meditation, and I discovered this love meditation. And when I started doing it, I realized that the story that I got abandoned by someone that I loved deeply wasn't real. But the story that was real was that I abandoned myself. And depression is something I've been thinking about a lot recently, is that depression is oftentimes this unexpressed love that's trapped within our own hearts. And when we don't have a place to put that love, it goes rancid, and the water and that trapping, it gets stale and toxic and rancid, and it turns into self-animosity, self-hatred, and hardens our heart. And today I invite you to try and practice this love meditation. It means so much to me. It's helped me find love for my father from a safe distance. It's helped me expand my love for people that I love currently, and have found more expansiveness for those people who have stood by me for so long. And most importantly, it has helped me soften the hardness in my heart for myself and helped me love myself. And I hope and I know that it can do it for you. So let's express that unexpressed love inside of us today together. Let's meditate. So maybe you take a second to stretch out, do any kind of wiggles and jiggles that you need to get out of your body. Maybe just release a little bit of your neck tension. All right, and find your comfortable seat when you're ready. Or lay down if you prefer, but keep your head elevated if possible. And take a moment and place your hand on your heart and flutter your eyes closed. Let your breath be natural in this moment. No need to try or create too much effort. Ground down through your sit bones. Lengthen your spine just an inch longer if possible. Pretend like there's a golden thread pulling you up by the crown of your head. And allow for a subtle and sweet Mona Lisa smile on your lips. Feel your heart beating without you asking it to. This is an invitation for us to express that unexpressed love today. Release your hand down to your thigh. And visualize a beautiful realm, a perfect place that holds a lot of meaning to you. It could be something in your imagination, but it can also be where you are right now. You choose your own adventure. And with each breath you take, this realm starts to come into more clear focus. You fill in all the details of this perfect place. What does the temperature feel like on your skin? Notice if it holds any scents. And most importantly, notice, how does your heart feel when you are here? I want you to think of a memory. Think of the last time you felt really proud of yourself. And I want you to play that memory on a tiny screen in front of you. And this screen is projecting that memory. Slowly that screen begins to shrink into the tiniest droplet of light. Release that memory and hold on to that moment of being really proud of yourself. And this droplet of light makes its way slowly right into the center of your heart. It begins to flow through your veins, through your bones, through your organs, the tissue in between your muscles. It starts to penetrate every single cell in your body. Purifying everything that you think you are into this just clean, beautiful light that is who you really are. This light begins to expand past your skin and creates a force field of love and light around you. Now bring to mind someone who you love so deeply. Just pick the first person who comes up. Notice that natural warmth that you start feeling in your body. They are here with you in your realm. And slowly let your light begin to flood them. They begin to shrink into a tiny little diamond. And you place them right in the center of your heart space. There's no separation between you and them. Now I want you to think of someone who you see regularly, maybe in your neighborhood or in your community, but you haven't really gotten to know them yet. You don't particularly care about them yet. They're a background character. Bring them into your special place, into the force field, and flood them with your light. Take away all their worries. So all they're left with is your love. Notice if you start to care for them. Notice how just paying attention to them itself is a form of love. Let them shrink into the most beautiful diamond. And watch as they enter your heart space. You place them right next to the person you love the most. There is no separation between you and the stranger. Now bring to mind someone who might have caused you pain. I know this part is hard. Notice if you have resistance, and how wonderful that you are human, and that just letting you know that that resistance is very natural. But with courage, we bring them into our realm, into our safe space, into our force field. You are protected. You begin to flood them with light as well. You know that maybe they've caused you pain because they themselves are suffering. They shrink down into the most beautiful little diamond, and you place them in your heart, even just for a moment. Your love begins to expand through your light. All these 3 diamonds sitting in your heart space begin to expand past your skin into the room that you're in, pours out onto the sidewalks of your neighborhood, to your city, to this country, until it expands so much it reaches every single solar system in our universe. Slowly, with care, you begin to withdraw the light back to that single droplet in your heart. Rest in your now expanded heart space. Deepen your breath. Return back to your body. Thank your body for going on this adventure with you. Thank your mind and your heart for coming along for the ride. I want you to take a moment and give yourself a little hug. Wrap your arms around you. Squeeze as tight as you can, like you're seeing someone that you haven't seen in a really, really long time. And I want you to either silently or whisper slowly, "I love you." And release when you're ready. Know that if you ever feel like you've abandoned your heart, it's right there. And you can come back anytime. It can be a day. It could be 15 years later. It's always going to be there, waiting for you. I am so proud of the work that you guys did. I bow down to you and thank you so much for meditating with me. I hope to see you guys in the next class. I love you and I mean it so much.